everybody, I'm Rachel Winter, and I was one of your minister commissioners to General Assembly this past summer, and I'm serving as the associate pastor and campus minister at First Church in Auburn, Alabama, and getting ready for our students to come back, so I'm really excited about that. I had a really interesting experience at General Assembly. There were some wonderful things and some not so wonderful things and some in-between things. I really enjoyed lots of things that happened. I loved the worship experiences. It was really powerful to be able to worship with 8,000 other Presbyterians from around the country. And especially powerful that we had a baptism at that worship service. It's really incredible when we have baptisms in our local churches to make those promises for those children or adults, but to make promises for a child that is going to grow up, who's going to grow up in Minneapolis, that was an incredible thing, because it really was a church-wide promise to raise that child with the love of Christ and to teach that child the ways of Christ. It was really an incredible thing. There were lots of awesome experiences, chances to catch up with old friends and meet new ones. We ate lots of food. You know, Presbyterians like to eat, and so it was great to eat lots of meals with graduates and guests from Columbia Seminary, to join together with my fellow campus ministers and to share lunch with them, to hear about the exciting things going on at my alma mater, Maryville College, to eat breakfast with the Maryville College folks. That was wonderful. Some great things happened in our committee. I served on the Church Orders and Ministry Committee, which dealt primarily with ordination issues. It was a really interesting experience because from the beginning we knew that our work would be intense and hard and controversial. We knew that we would need to depend on each other and to depend on God's Spirit to come among us and to make decisions for the life of the church, really. And so on our first day, we gathered together at a table. We all shared the same table, the same group shared the table for each committee session. We got to know each other, and it was a joy to especially get to know the young adult advisory delegates who were sitting at our table. They were fabulous, and so I'm so thankful for Dakota and Emily. I'm thankful for the elder commissioner who sat next to me. We had a great time getting to know each other. We didn't really agree on very much, but we enjoyed sharing the love of Christ with each other and getting to know each other and talking with each other and sharing our opinions together. It was an incredible time where we heard lots of stories, especially in our open hearings. Our main issue was the ordination of people who are gays and lesbians, who have often felt shunned by the church. It was an incredible story to hear, an incredible time to hear all those stories. We heard stories of people who have been transformed and say that they don't lead that lifestyle anymore. We heard stories from people who say that God created them to be who they are and that they are in wonderful same-sex relationships. We heard all different kinds of stories, and it was a great witness to hear those and for people to share their lives with us. It was an intense experience because I knew that no matter what decisions we made, somebody would be hurt. I knew that people have already left our denomination, people who have wonderful gifts for ministry because they didn't feel accepted. I also knew that if we made the decision the other way, that people would leave our church. And that to me was very hard and very hurtful and a very personal time for me. I think that we made a hopeful decision and hopefully a decision that our church can live with. We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen, but it was an incredible experience to be part of that committee. A very hard one, but a very exciting one all at the same time, and we really did feel the movement of the Spirit. I also got excited that we voted to reestablish an Office of Collegiate Ministries in our denomination. We need that. We gave that up a while back. And I know that a lot of campus ministers, including myself and Neil McCarter and James Goodlett, are working so hard to provide ministries for our college students who are so exciting to work with. So I'm excited about that. And finally, I want to thank you for sending us all as commissioners. It was a great experience to worship and work and to be with Dana and Katie and Nancy and Rick. We all had a great time together and got to know each other. And I'm very profoundly grateful for the friendships that I now have with these folks, and they will be lifelong friendships. So thank you for sending us and praying for us and walking with us as we went through General Assembly. Thanks.